There are many artists in the Pokemon TCG, and it's my goal to cover as many as I can, so I can help you, the viewer, determine who you should collect for your collection. Whether it be expensive or inexpensive, as long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters to me. Recently, my channel's been on a roll, so if you enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like on the video, and let me know in the comments who you'd like to see reviewed next. Also, I got a new mic if you couldn't tell. Anyways, this is going to be another viewer suggestion. This video is reviewing the artist Atsushi Furusawa, who is one of the judges for the Pokemon Illustrator Contest 2024. I got to read up on how their process works for their illustrations, which I found very interesting. And I think that I have a lot of respect for this artist, so yeah, I'm excited to see what they have in store for us. Something else to note really quickly, I was recently checking Atsushi Furusawa's Twitter, and I saw that they did a few pairs of sleeves for the new starter deck generation set, which I thought was really cool. My favorite one is the Dialga and Lucario one. It has this very amazing vibe, being able to see the whole Sinnoh region in the background. Thought that was pretty cool. Atsushi Furusawa is an artist who first appeared in our English set Chilling Reign, released June 18th, 2021, and is still working on Pokemon cards to this day. His illustrated 42 total cards. These artworks are really impressive to me, so let's not waste any more time and get to our criteria. The criteria for this video are going to be as follows: nature and life. To move on to our first topic, which is nature, let me just find a random card from Furusawa's catalog of cards. How about this Ponyta card from Stellar Crown? I love how the sunlight peeks onto the Pokemon, but you can feel the serenity of the card, as the Ponyta prances along a peaceful path. The colors in the card emphasize this feeling of safety in the forest, with the trees around the Pokemon sort of bending around it to showcase the surrounding forest. The card looks like a Pokemon in its element, in the wild, and in nature. This is most likely before a trainer captures the Pokemon, just showing a moment in this Pokemon's day. And now, let's pick another card. How about the Arceus V Sword and Shield promo? This card encapsulates a pure essence of nature, as this godly Pokemon ascends into the heavens. The local wildlife surrounds the Pokemon, showcasing the world around the Pokemon, with the beautifully illustrated mountain in the background, with the local wildlife gawking at the magnificence of the Pokemon Arceus. The card perfectly encapsulates the feeling of wonder and spectacle not only of the Pokemon Arceus, but in the broad strokes of nature. For my next topic, I wanted to talk about the life instilled into all of Furusawa's cards. It really feels like they take the day in the life of prompt to a whole new nother level with their illustrations. There are many impressive examples that I can draw from, with their fantastic catalog of special art Pokemon, but also their regular art Pokemon impressed me as well. Let me look at the Fletchinder illustration rare from Paldea Evolved. I love how you could just imagine this Pokemon huddling by the fire for warmth. The whole vibe of the card gives off homey feelings, as if the Fletchinder feels very comfortable with its own life, and the life of its trainer as well. It just looks comfortable, as well as happy. Another perfect example for my criteria here is the Professor Turo scenario from Paradox Rift. The colors on the card give this late night study energy that makes me respect the card a lot, with the Cyclizar peeking over the corner to peek into what Turo is working on at the moment. I like how he holds some kind of vial next to his head, to sort of signify him playing with something at his side while he works, being distracted, but also focused on the task at hand at the same time. The illustration gives the trainer this crazy good personality, which makes me appreciate the card a lot. Another really nice illustration of a day in the life of Pokemon card would totally be the Reuniclus illustration rare from Temporal Forces. I really love how the Pokemon struggles to stay awake as the sun blares down onto them, as the Duosion and one of the Solosis have already succumbed to the idea of sleeping in the open water. I also really appreciate the distinction from the shallow, nice waters to the deep open waters of the ocean. It makes the card feel grand in scale, but we only get to see this cute little scene, which is really appreciated. I also think that it's really cool that a Pokemon like Reuniclus can get this really cool personality-filled illustration. Now, I want to talk about my top 5 Atsushi Furusawa cards. There are a lot of really beautiful illustrations that they have, but in no particular order, here are my top 5 favorite Atsushi Furusawa illustrations. The Suicune V from Crown Zenith. This card oozes this raw, gorgeous appeal, from the glowing icy rocks all around the Suicune, to the shooting stars blasting in the background, and of course, Suicune, standing in the middle of it all. The Pokemon looks regal and calm in this card, which is the perfect way to portray this Pokemon. Professor Turo scenario. If it wasn't clear before, I really adore this card inside and out. I really love how the only light coming from the card is blaring light from the computer screens. Something about that idea just screams futuristic, compared to the ancient style Pokemon cards. It adds so much to the effect of the card. Turo looks fantastic with that neon suit. Zeraora V from Chilling Reign. I think that Chilling Reign is a seriously underrated set from the Sword and Shield era, This card is no exception to that rule. I really love the pure awe and wonder of this card, mixed with the supporting Pokemon choices, and the pure grandiose of this card, where you can see over all the crown tundra, and even into the great tree in the very far back. It puts how far away you are into the card into perspective, considering Zeraora is reaching for the sun in the card, which looks minuscule compared to the Pokemon's hand. The Pikachu Trainer Gallery from Lost Origin. This card encapsulates perfectly what living with a Pikachu must be like. The two are sleeping, as Pikachu kicks its trainer into sleep, almost like it's being bothered while it's sleeping. A very unique concept for a Trainer Gallery card, just showing us two things sleeping. It portrays such a great personality that it's hard not to love it. The Arceus V Sword and Shield promo. I really do love this card a lot. The environment and setting is perfect. I believe in Japanese this card was used as a pre-order promo for the game Pokemon Legends Arceus, and this was a perfect promo to bring to light. Just the whole idea of showcasing the most legendary god of Pokemon next to the local wildlife is a perfect idea to showcase this game that they are releasing, but also just to illustrate this beautiful dominance that Arceus as a Pokemon has. And that was Atsushi Furusawa, an artist that I actually had a lot to say about. They've done some fantastic Pokemon cards, and I really adore their style. I really like how grand they make their Pokemon cards feel. So, when you open a booster pack of Pokemon cards and you see Atsushi Furusawa's name, you can think about this video, and maybe start collecting them as an artist. Anyways, let me know in the comments below who you'd like to see next. Until next time, this is Daunter, signing off.